My name is Maureen Lewis and I'm a retired teacher. Welcome to my channel, Marlo Stories, where I tell you about my experiences inside and outside the classroom. Now, in 2 other videos, I've made reference to something that happened to me. In the video where I told you about the first time in the hostel, I told that I would tell you about a second time. And in the video that I spoke about Mr. Johnson's cars, I remember I said that the Red Escort was almost written off, and so was I. Anyway, what happened was, it was May 18, which is why I came back to my memory the other day, and we were on our way to school one Wednesday morning, or was it Monday? One of them days. And as we were turning off Torrington, the road at Torrington Bridge to go down to the road to reach the East Street, a taxi that's supposed to stop at a sign that said yield didn't stop and came right through and hit the car. Of course, Mr. John was driving and Diva was in the front and I was in the back. Mr. Johnson was injured, but the Diva got some cuts in her back and the car hit me on my left side. The windscreen shattered and a lot of splinter was all over the place, and of course I couldn't breathe. They were there, and I remember we're there waiting, and of course everybody from the school stopped, saw the car, stopped to see what they could do. But this family, I really have to call their names because they were so good to me. The Venturas, Mr. Ventura was carrying his children to school. He had 3 boys there. I think the big one had gone already. And I remember he stopped and it put me in the car. Of course, this is me bleeding now, you know. There was not enough space for all of us, and I'll never forget it because I can picture it right now. His son Tino had to squat down in the corner near the door beside me. Took me to St. Joseph's. They said they don't take accident victims, so they took me up to one in Crossroad, between Crossroads and Halfway Tree, and you know they did the X-rays and all that, and told me that my ribs were broken, that one of the ribs pierced the lung, and the lung had begun to collapse. So I was there waiting for what would come next, and then a boy came downstairs and said, "Miss Edwards, are you that?" So I said, "Yes." And it turned out to be one of the first boys that I was form teacher for when I started working at the school. And he said, "Look here, don't stay here, son. If you want to leave, go somewhere else." So they took me to the university hostel. By that time, the VP was with us, and she stayed with me while we were waiting. The hostel refused to release the X-rays. So when we went to university hostel, we had to wait for them to do more X-rays. So we were waiting, and there was a whole pile of them. A middle-aged man came up and saw the VP and said, "Wait, is you that?" I was talking to her. He said, "Wait." He said, "What?" He asked what had happened, and we said we were waiting to do X-rays. And the pile was there where I was stationed on the gurney, and he searched through all of them and moved mine from where it was and put on the top. And that was bad. But it helped me because would you believe that we're on our way to school in the morning when we should reach school by 7:30. We usually reach by 7:15 the latest. And for the whole day I was there at the hostel, and I know that because there used to be news at 6 o'clock at night and in the evening, and when I was going into the operating theater I heard the 6 o'clock news, and so that meant it's the whole day we're there. I remember in the operating theater, you know, because they use local anesthetics, but when they were cutting my side, I could feel it. It wasn't hurting or anything, but I could feel it. So it looked as if I gripped the hand of the nurse was in there, and she said, "Madam, could you please let go of my fingers? Are you going to break them?" And I shame, so I let go of her fingers same time. Anyway, everything went okay. They operated, they pushed a tube in my side, and then they took me back to intensive care. And you know, there I remained for a few days. I'll tell you more in the next video. So until then, remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends, and tell me about any story that you'd like me to tell. So many people have been telling me, and I've been trying to tell them. So until next time, bye.